Today's one of those days where I just don't wanna. I'm not feeling great, I'm not feeling motivated, and we're going out with friends later. And of course, once I'm out, I'll feel better. But getting there, sometimes that's the biggest battle of all. Today's makeup is all about that. Feeling better in the skin that I'm in and feeling self-assured. And if someone takes a selfie, I know that I'm gonna look good. By the way, I'm Jeannie. I'm a pro makeup artist. I live in Los Angeles. I work with celebrities, beauty brands, and everyone in between. Welcome to my channel. Now, I know that my insecurities aren't necessarily yours, but if you are ever in my position and you're not sure what to do, I urge you to play up your favorite parts of your face. If you have long lashes, load them up with mascara, or even better, get a tinted mascara and play up the contrast to your eye color. If you love to wear a bold lip like me, slap that baby on. I always feel so much more badass when I've got a bold lip on. I feel like it brightens up my face. One of the ways I love to start my makeup routine, especially if I'm not feeling up for it and if I have the time, is with facial massage. I like to use this time to psych myself up. You know the deal. I'm gonna have fun once I get there. Getting out of the house is the hardest part. You know, all the things that we tell ourselves to motivate ourselves, right? Another thing I like to do when I'm not really feeling like putting on a full face of makeup is I prioritize the things that I want to enhance. For me, that's brows, lips, and skin. Maybe lashes as well. But when it comes to eyes, because of the nature of my eyes, because I have deep set eyes and the way that they're shaped, if I do something really intricate like a cat eye or a smoky eye, it's going to take me a lot longer. And frankly, I don't have the patience or even the energy to want to do that right now. So I'm going to focus on the things that are a little bit easier for me to highlight and thus will make me happy with the end result. First off, starting with brows, I'm going to go in with the NYX Brow Glue, back comb the brows, and then place them. As always, my skin is clean and dry. And then just taking the back of a brush, this is a Smith Cosmetics brush, and then I tack them down. Still gonna go in with a little bit of moisturizer. This is from Kate Somerville. This is the Peptide Moisturizer. Plus it also gives us time to let the brows dry. Now going in with a Lift and Snatch brow pen to draw the brows on. I've gotten to the point where I can do this pretty quickly. This is a step that I rarely skip because when you do your brows, it just helps your face look so much more put together, even if you don't have a stitch of makeup on. I'm telling you, brows are worth the time and the investment. Moving right on into skin, we're using the Dior Face and Body Foundation. I have this in my kit. I love it. It's great to use when you want the skin to look like skin and you want a little bit of dewiness, but you don't want a lot of coverage. It's more of like a light to medium coverage, which for tonight is perfect. Working off of my favorite palette, the back of my hand, I'm just gonna start buffing it in. Once again, concentrating on the areas that you really need it. For me, it's the chin and the nose. I tend to start in the middle of my face and work my way out. Wherever you place your brush first is where you're going to deposit the most amount of product, so I recommend to place it in the area that you need the most and then work your way out. Going straight into concealer, we're using a new formula to me that I'm actually really loving lately, and that's the Rare Beauty Concealer. This does have a little bit more coverage, so I'm just putting it on the back of my hand and working it into my hand just so then I can tap my finger in and then just place it under my eye. Just working it in with my fingers to really sheer it out, but still give a little bit of color correction. I'm gonna move on to eyes next, but I wanna set the under eye first. So I just have a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder with my powder puff. Tap it on the palm of my hand and then just set the under eye really quickly on the lid. You know how I said that we were gonna do a simple eye look? We're gonna do a simple eye look. I'm gonna take Teddy from MAC. I don't know if there's a drugstore dupe for this. I'm gonna have to look into it, but I haven't found anything quite like this. The formula of this is great. It's a kohl, it doesn't set, so it's not waterproof, but I like that about it because it gets a little smudgy and I think that's kind of sexy. We're gonna take it on the top lash line, not even being precious about it. We're just gonna run it along. We're gonna take the eye smudger brush from Charlotte Tilbury and we're just gonna smoke it. Keep it really easy. Taking a little bit underneath, just bringing it, rubbing it back and forth, and then just smudging. Another thing I like to do is I'll take the liner on the lower lash line and just kind of extend it a little bit, just like that. Just like the barest hint of a wing of just an extension of the line. Really easy. Gonna curl the lashes quick. Now, normally I would finish the skin going with a little bit of bronzer and blush, but because I'm thinking that I want this to look a little bit more effortless, I'm just gonna go in with some blush, and I'm gonna use the Jamie Makeup Blylighter, the pink one. And that's because the pink one looks very much like a natural flush when you put it on the face. I like to place it there, high on the cheekbone. Going back in with my foundation brush, I'm just gonna blend it. You can use fingers, but for me personally, when I blend with fingers only, I feel like it looks like a 5-year-old applied it. I don't know what it is. I will use my fingers, but I have to use a brush as well, always. Or a beauty blender. And you see how that just created a nice natural flush. That's exactly what we want. For lips, we're gonna go bright, we're gonna go bold. Because whenever I wear a bright lip, I always feel more put together. This is Velvet Carnival from Lisa Eldridge. I just blotted it. You could leave it like this. It's perfect. You can go out the door. But because I am who I am, I have to put a lip liner with it. This is Fuchsia from Sisley Paris. I just love the structure that a lip liner gives to lipstick. Here's the finished look. I just changed my shirt, put some jewelry on. I always have to have my hoops on. I believe that makeup should help you feel like the best version of you, and I know that I feel like the best version of me right now. I feel so much better than I did when I started this video, and I'm actually excited to go out tonight. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.